Judy. I know you're about done with business school, but if you were to truly follow Jesus, wouldn't you want to be a pastor or missionary instead? Betty, that's a really good question. I love your heart for Jesus and for the gospel. Pastors and missionaries absolutely do beautiful kingdom work, and I'm grateful for them. And I also believe that God calls us all to serve, aid human flourishing, and spread the good news to the ends of the earth, sometimes from a pulpit, sometimes from a desk, a shop floor, or even a boardroom. But let me go back to the beginning. Let's start with creation or the cultural mandate. In Genesis, God says, "Be fruitful and multiply, fill the earth and subdue it." That's not just about families, it's about cultivating the world, developing resources, building communities, shaping culture, so people can live, work, and worship in ways that honor God. Christian thinkers point out that business uniquely serves this mandate by one, providing the goods and services that enable communities to flourish, and two, creating meaningful work where people can express God given creativity, purposes that are intrinsic to business, not merely instrumental. Can I ask you something, Betty? When you picture human flourishing, what do you see? What does aiding human flourishing look like to you? For me, flourishing is more than meeting basic needs or even introducing someone to Jesus, though both matter. Flourishing means people thrive. They have purposeful work, dignity in their labor, fair pay, and a chance to provide for their families. Amy Sherman calls the people who steward their prosperity for the common good the Sadakim, the righteous who help a city taste justice and shalom, universal flourishing, wholeness, delight. That's a compelling picture of vocational stewardship in everyday work. And to your question about putting Jesus first, Jesus' kingdom is both now and not yet. While we wait for its fullness, the church is called to enact foretastes of justice and shalom in our neighborhoods and, yes, in our workplaces. So, what does that look like in business? Let me give you two snapshots you might enjoy reading about. First, Great Commission Companies by Steve Rundle and Tom Steffen, both professors at Bible University, show businesses serving Christ in places that are spiritually and economically under-resourced. Because of their credibility and value, these companies can reach people, like government or business leaders, whom traditional missions can't often access. They make a profit, yes, but they also create dignified jobs, serve underserved communities, and open doors for discipleship where overt evangelism is restricted. Let's move on, Betty. You agree that all of us are uniquely made by God. Yes, well, Paul reminds us that the Spirit gives us a variety of gifts to build up the body: teaching, helping, leading, administrating. I've been given the gift of administration. In my role as an executive business partner, I don't preach sermons, but I do shape calendars, priorities, budgets, and teams. Because those levers carry moral weight, I treat administration as ethical stewardship, guarding confidentiality, insisting on transparent numbers, surfacing hard truths, and building processes that are fair to employees and vendors. It's a hidden seat at the table, close to leaders whose decisions ripple through an organization and a community. There, my gift becomes both a guardrail and a witness. And from my own integration work this summer, business can carry the gospel into places traditional missions can't, while meeting essential material needs, exactly the kind of whole life witness we see in Acts. So, when you ask if you really put Jesus first, shouldn't you become a pastor or missionary? I'd say, I want to put Jesus first exactly where he's placed me, to bloom where I am planted. Pastors equip the saints for work of ministry, and then the saints carry that ministry into every sphere: schools, hospitals, factories, homes, and yes, businesses. My aim is to work as unto the Lord with excellence and integrity so people can catch a glimpse of his character in the way we plan, hire, build, and serve. And I'm eager to do it with the creation mandate purposes of business: serving neighbors with goods, and good work. Would you pray for me to be faithful in this calling, Betty? And I'll keep praying that, whether in a pulpit or a project plan, our lives point to Jesus.